Going on? Should be a good day today. I think we can get a trade, especially if we get like a pullback before hitting the low. What is this candle now? 50.1 minute. How'd you guys do this morning? I didn't trade it. I took a morning off. So we don't want to long the freight train down. And we can't short yet because it's too low in discount. We just have to wait. I don't really think there's anything here that we could have taken unless you shorted the death candle and just had a lot of conviction of the LRLR being ran. And that actually makes sense. So if you chased, sure. I just don't know how you get your risk to reward really set up, but not terrible. The short here on 950 after we swept Asia high was interesting, but I don't know if I would have taken it because of the lack of delivery. And then yeah, that's about it. So really good. Obviously sell on Microsoft. You know, we talked about how this stock was up 15% in like 2 weeks, and that's pretty abnormal. So it was probably a good opportunity to just like take some partials or whatever. And obviously today you can see Microsoft down 5%. So definitely the right call there. Obviously for long term for me, I'm still holding my position, but yeah, I think trying to take some off there probably made sense. We have this 30-second down now. As long as it doesn't re-hit the low, this is technically a valid entry, but the risk reward is probably negative. And it hit the low, so it's invalid. But I don't know. Yeah, I probably wouldn't try it just because, you know, really bad risk. There's 900 points down. I don't think we're down 900, but we are down a considerable amount of points. How did some people catch the down move? I don't know. I wouldn't have. I mean, I would have. I had a lot of conviction in sell side being hit today. I checked the chart, but I didn't know how I was going to get involved, and none of this price action was really interesting to me. Where's the entry on the death candle? Probably at 101, or maybe you entered on the inverse here on the 1 minute and just didn't go to break even until we hit this low. But still, that was probably a break even. So yeah, like I said, I don't know. Probably just shorted the 1 minute and didn't have a stop loss. The reason why Microsoft is down so much is because of IBM's earnings. They just like had really bad guidance. They're down about 10% today, which is obviously going to have ripple effects across the market. But yeah, as far as entries for this morning, there's not really anything I liked. I guess the 1 minute here, right? The 950 inverse short. But yeah, for right now, dream scenario would be like a pullback to the 15 minute and then a short from there without hitting the low. But honestly, like, I don't know. More structure is probably required. But yeah, what did Tesla do? I mean, what is the outlook for Tesla long term here? They haven't delivered on their self-driving robo taxis. I guess them joining the SpaceX will be good, but I don't know. But, so we'll probably get some reaction off Asia Low here. Probably give us an entry for a long back to fill that 15, and then that'll probably be our dream scenario now. Our delivery will be off of, I don't know actually. There's not really a good delivery here. Down to 806 equal lows. I mean, if we keep dumping, obviously past Asia low here, then I think we go down to here because this will be like the 1 hour higher time frame gap. And there might be a reaction there, but I feel like if we dump past this low, we'll just dump all the way. But I don't really think that's going to happen. I think we're going to get some sort of reaction first. And I think the best draw on liquidity here right now is probably Asia low, but once that gets swept, it'll be the 15-minute unfilled gap. Fahrenheit, you see Microsoft, the IBM earnings? Yeah. It's okay. I started talking about it last week, basically saying that, stock up 15% in 2 weeks, pretty unheard of, so covering some is probably makes. Yeah. Yeah, it's because guidance on IBM was really bad. But yeah, now I'm just waiting for more structure to form, waiting for that low to get taken, and then for longs after, as long as we keep that 15-minute intact. The 15-minute intact. After we sweep the low, that's going to be my play for the day, most likely. And then once that's done, I'll just done for the day. Yeah, I guess while we're waiting for this to do something. So there is like a 1 minute long here that looks like it might work to the 15-minute unfilled gap, but we don't really want to fade the low there with the conflicting draws. And we haven't taken it on ES either, so there's no S&T kind of based this on. And I'm not gonna chase this log here off of like the what if, the 15. But yeah, it looks good. I like the reaction to the sweep of the low. We take in Asia, this would have been the long here. I probably would have tried it. Dump last night happened off of IBM news, I think. I mean, that was their earnings. Dang, this just printed. That sucks. Dang, this could have been my 50 points right there. Oh well. So we hit the 15-minute gap. We get a reaction. Already really bearish reaction. There's probably a 15-second down here. So the inverse back down here, that would be our play, would most likely be the 1 minute, right? Singular gap. Is this 30-second good? I'm paying attention to the 1 minute, but yeah, I think this works down to the low. I already think this is gonna work, but we might not even get an entry. Yeah. Wow. Dude, no fucking way, bro. That was it. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, I mean, this is about to be Asia low now. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I entered the 15-second there, and I just went break even way too early, and I got break even on that last candle there before the dump. I'm so stupid. There's the low. That's so much momentum. No. Yeah, the war's back on. That's really bad. I think you can probably short here and get away with it, but there's not really a way that you can get good risk reward, so really hard. Because this is like a 60-point stop, even just taking like the 1 minute short here, like gap. I think this is just going to continue to dump really hard throughout PM. Unless we get a reaction like right here at this low. But I think this is about to break structure. Normally, if we're going to take a low and get a reversal, this won't happen. It's like really bearish candle. Yeah, I'm still watching. We do have an SMT with the S. Yeah, maybe we go down to these equal lows first. I just need like a setup to form. I just need an opportunity to get an entry with risk, like defined risk. Like right here, I can't. No, I didn't take any trades this morning. Dude, I should have just held that short. I don't know why I went to break even. Oh well. Yeah, next target is going to be the equal lows and then lows down here. I do think this just dumps. This might even be an opportunity to take options short, but obviously we're really low in the range now, so it was probably better to get it from the 15 if you could have. But really expensive, honestly. Really expensive contracts, which makes sense. The IV is probably elevated. Yeah, 40%. So sense. Yeah, these are gonna print though. Oh, the retap of the 1 minute. I mean, yeah, like I said, I just don't know how you get defined risk there. But yeah, it probably works. I think shorts just in general right now are gonna work. Like this could really dump another 300 points, guys. Just we really just might like fall out of the sky. Bro, there's not gonna be any way for me to get in this. Basically just that. That's it. $765 is probably incoming. Dude, this is gonna knife through everything, bro. This is like exactly the opposite of what this rally meant. Like now that the war's back on, we're probably gonna go all the way back down to here. By today, I bet. I bet you we get to 25, 26, 537 by the end of the day. If this momentum keeps up. 815. Oh, I have no idea. Yeah, I'll go back and look later, but I have no idea. Yeah, we're gonna break through this. We're just gonna go down to here, guys. You can definitely chase options, probably. Those contracts I just added to my watch list are up almost 100% already. Crazy. Oh shit. Okay, we hit the low. See, this is the other thing too. You got to be careful with these stop runs. Also, we hit Asia low on ES, so big deal there. But I think this probably just keeps going down. You have a 10-second short here. Finally, we can get some defined risk, but I don't know if you want to trust a 10-second gap. Here's the close. I don't think Trump could say just kidding to Iran air support going off in Tehran. I'm pretty sure that means they attacked. So yeah, that's not a just kidding. Yeah, this is kind of dumb because that means that the strait's closed. Energy's gonna, you know. So 10-second inverse, kind of cooking. Obviously, you'd be break even. Look at almost like be just being a break even. Previous day low. Wait, what? I realized that was previous day low right there. Okay, we're headed next. There it is. Did anybody chase a short? Got this low next. Just one. I think chasing an options contract was valid. The ones that I chased are up 130%. Daily gap, yeah. I have Oh, we should get a reaction. Actually, you're right. 440. I have 537 marked right now is where I think we're going. Yeah, dude, holy. There's like actually just zero buying pressure. It's just straight people selling off. Like just no buying pressure. Nothing. No relief rally. No inefficiency tab. Nothing. This is news. Yeah, this is a deck. Previous day low hit. Have what else? I feel like we need to come back for 50 of like a down move here eventually, right? So maybe go this. And that was like 250 points straight dump in like 15 minutes. The macro coming up in a minute. Thirty-second gap we just tapped. Made a 30-second confirmation setup. Finally. We could finally get a 30-second inverse here. Yeah, I mean you're longing like past all the sell side. You're shorting or not long. You're shorting here assuming we go to that 500 level I was talking about. So that is 550. Here's the macro. Yeah, it's not going as crazy as you thought it would. I mean, I guess, yeah. Is this where we get our relief bounce here? This 15-second? Yeah, Lewis, I guess. I think the war has restarted. But right now, actually, I think we're due for a retrace. I just don't know when we're gonna get it. I see this 5 minute here, and that seems kind of obvious. We're failing to close inside this 1 minute gap. Not 1 minute, sorry. Not a 1 minute there, my bad. The 30-second when I said that in a different chart. ES just swept low of channel. Yeah, yeah. I think we're due for a bounce. You're not just gonna dump usually 250. That's some sort of reaction. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if there's a tax going on, I don't think that that's really the same as taco. Yeah, maybe we go back for the 5 minute now. This... All right. Well, I caught a little bit of something there, I guess. Wow. Okay, what is this? What is this? This is not okay, bro. This is not normal. All right, 5 minute inverse back up now, I guess. Wow, I guess I should have held. That was like a 200.1 minute candle. No Israeli activity in Iranian airspace. That would no, that's not it. What is this? Is this nothing? That was that just a short squeeze? I'm so confused. Hey, we got another 30-second short, I guess. Honestly, I'm having a great time trading this right now. I'm up 500 trading one micro. Yeah, but that was like this is 153. That was at 149. Okay, so normally like when we get a lot of momentum like that, like time we're gonna probably back up, but I don't know. This is really weird. Really, really weird. 200-point retrace. What is going on? UK in talks with Anthropic. Okay, so that's unrelated. Are we taking this 15-second up? I actually have zero idea what we're looking for, guys. Honestly, I wanted to be married to shorts. Delivery right now is off the 15 minute to the left here. Honestly, this is a good long. Like this is an A plus long. The stop loss on this play is a little big, right? Like if you entered here, I got the wrong tool. If you entered here, your stop loss is still 70 points to PM high, but like I think probably goes up, you know, with how much momentum this has. And like we have delivery. Just need the 5 minute inverse, which we didn't get yet, but I mean, this is going to be at least a break even at the high. Got to go break even there because the high inside of a fair value gap. So yeah, gonna go. Break even. I think yeah, break even probably. I mean, unless you enter down here, which like valid. Entering up here is kind of crazy. Dude, this is like a crazy price action. Well, at least we got a day of fun for PM. We're definitely entertained. Okay, if we consider us rejecting from this last gap in the leg here, we have a 30-second down, which would take us to the unfilled gaps below. And if we're still bearish, that should happen. We should not disrespect this 1 minute on the left. We should not put in the order block here. Okay, failing to close above the high there. What do we think about the short? Is it running into anything else? Yeah, the 15-second, 1 minute. Be the starter idea. And ultimately trying to target like the low again. Dude, this is a good enough retrace, I think. Four hour. 4 hour close looks like an inverse. If we were to hold the 4 hour, that would be crazy. Dude, what? How is this candle about to close bullish? Bro, what is going on? Nah, I don't like swinging options over the weekend. I don't know where this goes, guys. Probably back to this high. 5 minute closes in 30 seconds. 4 hour might not even close below. I don't even think the 4 hour close. Well, it does matter because that would tell us we're going down to this low if we got the inverse. Only roadblock. But dude, this is such a bullish reaction, and we have the 5 minute inverse back up. So I don't know. Maybe we're just gonna use this to go to PMI right now. Delivery out of the 15 minute BPR. Yeah, yeah, we have the delivery bearish there right now. I don't know. I think higher time frame order flow was still bearish, but we did get the 5 minute long and delivery out of this one. So like the 5 minute long here looks A plus, but we're still respecting this really obvious 1 minute bearish gap, and it's pretty high up, and the stop loss is huge. So here, I think you're better off just waiting for a confirmation setup. If that's what you got to do. You just got to wait. Patient. Trying to force the long right now is asking to get into a lot of drawdown on them unnecessarily. Got bullish news catalysts. Oh, the active air defenses in Iran, which seem to be outgun based, seem to be performative for the ongoing pro-regime marches throughout the area. So it's not, bro. Are we so for real, bro? We're actually just baiting. They just baited war. We just all got baited. So wait, this is bullish then. This long is valid. Bro, there's not going to be a way to get good risk reward on this, but like, you can probably just long and still win. Bro, we missed my target. No, the SMT. I go break even. Dude, I was up like 45 points. I should go break even. Probably just gonna get wicked out and go up anyway. I'll go break. Time to get wicked out. Now let's see it go up. No, I think we're bullish. I think we're bullish here, Ariel. Close above the gap. It's not a super convincing close, but I think it works. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you can get good risk reward here, guys, but maybe you just take a play with this is your entry, this is your stop loss, and then you go for 1R and then maybe higher. I think what I'm gonna do personally, and my dream scenario is just gonna be to wait for a confirmation setup from down here, and if we don't get it, we don't get it. Like I'm not gonna force along this high up. There's also an SMT now we have to worry about, so but yeah, don't let me stop you from taking this V shape. You go break even at PM high, obviously. I don't know. I have to worry about risk here. And in these conditions, you never know. Right? Okay, sounds good, Shotgun. My trading evals, yeah, I'm just messing around with like a micro. But I'm also trading fundeds. If we get a play, I'll take a funded play. I like the relative equal highs here, but I don't like the SMT, but I don't think the SMT will matter. By the way, guys, I'm in this. Really, monkey? Dang, that's tough. Hey, well, green is green still. And equal highs on a yes. Hmm. I'm just waiting for a good opportunity to go break even here. I'm not even gonna wait for the high to get hit. I'm just gonna go break even whenever like we get like a good candle up and ES takes its high and we get the SMT again. Because this is kind of stalling more than I'd like it to right now. I feel like this should just go. Maybe we get a prop block and go. All right. Um, yeah, I think I'm just gonna wait. I might just take a break even here. Even like this candle. If this candle doesn't go, I'll just go break even. Oh, perfect. All right, I'm gonna go break even there. Break even at 918. Yeah, break even trade, bro. Like, didn't even hit the stupid high, bro. Why did I enter here? I entered here because we got the 1 minute order block after we got the inverse. That to me was convincing enough, but we just got break even on it after taking the high again. I don't know what to. I don't. I have to go break even in these conditions. So I had enough confluences with the order block there. I had bias momentum, and we hadn't hit the high yet. And based on the fact that we got the order block, that told me that we probably weren't going to come back to this point, we would have had to violate too many bullish PD arrays. And so what I did is I tightened up my risk now because I said basically in order for me to enter this trade, I needed to like get better risk, and so I just risked the bottom that wick low we made, and I was gonna try and target like this high for 1R and then try and target higher from there. Break even instead. So kind of the idea. But yeah, definitely a little bit nerve wracking. I don't know why we just decided to stall there right before the high, but I don't know. I thought I waited for a good opportunity to go break even. We got a good candle. We reswept the high and still wasn't good enough. So I'm hoping now that we break down and we can get another confirmation set up and that my break even saves me. Yeah, I'm really trying to be focused right now. I'm really trying to be live. If I missed anything, my bad, guys. Okay, good. Good. Break even saving me at least. So am I giving value to EMA 200? No, not really. I don't really pay attention to EMA. Nah, Seb, I think we get longs here. I really like the 5 minute inverse. I think we get a confirmation setup. Hopefully. Yeah, that's tough, Seb. Okay. We're not supposed to win every trade. Happen. Yeah, because we're just stuck in this range, I'm gonna wait for us to like break down out of it before trying to look for anything else. I think. I'd really like a pullback. Pullback to here would be great. That would be 50%. I know it's probably super unrealistic, but we have the volatility still, so I'm hoping. Was there an opportunity to long here anywhere, guys? Like, was there, I guess maybe this 30-second? You guys took that. But that was probably a break even because we tapped the 2 minute above, right? Maybe you don't go break even. Maybe you took the 15-second there, but that was also a break even. I don't know. I think ultimately now this goes back up. That's so funny. They baited the war, the air defense system. It's crazy because there were probably some like Iranians that didn't even get like the news that they were doing that because like that would be considered maybe like yeah. Hey Jay, you called it. After big expansion, we should expect accumulations. This is the moment where you know not to trade until we get another manipulation leg. Because this is definitely accumulation. Be in the middle. Tweet a good guess or tween or exactly Fahrenheit. Queen? I can't guess queen. The Q is that's like kind of a weird concept to throw out this early. I mean, part of me wants to gamble this breaking out at some point, but I know we're not in a good time to do that either. So, wait, I feel like double E was tween. Oh no, tweet or whatever tweet it is. All right, double E, double T. Yeah, something like that is what I'd prefer, but like at any point here, news could come out, or we could just spike, and we don't get to play. Like I know that this is liquidity now, though. Good. Always good to know where the liquidity's at. I don't think we want sell side at all. If we did, we wouldn't have gotten this exaggerated of a move up. Mother Mind, Neighbor, Totoro, Touch, Whammy, Dirt, Science, Educated, Literary, Asiago, Devotee, Very, Historical, Oh, you have the bracket set up. Hell yeah. Okay. I like that. I like that. Toto, Wham, Moth one or Asia. Asia, I think is one, right? What's the last one? Is it Moth or something? Wham, Toto, Asia, Evo. Heck yeah. All right, let's see. Blank, dirt. I don't know what the other two are. It's probably not that. Motherhood, neighborhood. I don't know. Does this make sense? This. Okay, so this was two. This was, or no, this was one away. This was two away. So this is definitely a part of these. So one of these three isn't correct. Anyone have any suggestions? Pretty pretty lost here. I know that there's two wrong here, two right. This is with the, this, and we know that these are supposed to go together, and one of these is supposed to. Which one of these three swaps into this? One of these three. Why do you think that the trend line was run at PM session? Because of the news. We needed a catalyst. Technically, today was a bullish trend day, right? So in order to reverse on a bullish trend day, what do we need? Thanks. Bro, what? That was surprised Dodgy isn't joined today. I know it. See if anyone else can get it. You guys don't know it. I'm gonna get made fun of for knowing it. I don't even care though. Right. Yeah. A little bit Jason, a little bit. Uh-oh. Oh, they didn't take a site down. It's like Doja. I don't know it. I played dial.gg. I haven't. What is it? YM's going? Kinda. Yeah. Yeah, volume kind of died. Okay, Nathan, for sure. Maybe like that's why I don't know it, bro. Okay. I don't think that's Bad Bunny. Is that Peso Pluma? I don't think so, right? He sounds different. Yeah, bro. I don't know that music. Like it's just gonna be an L. Unlucky. Dude, I don't know. I'm guessing Peso, bro. Great. I don't know it. Oh, there is a tens. Okay. Well, we finally got our breakout. Took long enough. Fahrenheit is in with 50 contracts. Wait, actually, he might have already gotten TP. Nice. Electron. Well, I think we're about to get the big move up. I think us closing over this high would definitely give it to us, and we're in the next 15-minute candle now. We got our 5-minute CISD too, so this is probably just gonna go all the way back. Wow, I started off this stream with a very different idea of what price was gonna do today. I really thought we were just gonna dump forever, and then we just got baited. Oh, this isn't John Bellion, dude. Like some random one hit or emo song or something. Vandal is so much better. They just throw these like randoms in here. Bro. Fucking Matt Cardell, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Who is this random? If I look him up, bro, and he doesn't have more than 100 mil streams on a song, like, what are we doing? His highest song is 13 million, bro. Dude, this is just gone. I have no way to get in this, guys. I would have had to enter and just not gone break even, I guess. I mean, I guess is technically the way that you trade that, right? We enter 5 minute in, go break even here, but that's a 60 point difference between your entry and your break even. I would just target back to the highs. We dumped basically right now for no reason. Literally, the reason why we dumped is because of quote unquote war that's apparently still not happening. And we can't get a single confirmation setup. Like, that's all I would have needed to take a play. Let's just go. Like, uh, that's a little nuts. A little nuts. Sounds like ska. Like, let me just look up Goldfinger. Oh, it's not there. Get an intro. UB40. Probably Kingston Town, right? I'm sending this one since nobody's giving me a suggestion. Well, good job, guys. Dude, today's a dud on Hurdle. Holy. Oh, wait, we got a gap. Talks. What about the 15-minute bearish gap? Does that matter? I don't think so because we got the CISD. It'll only matter if we like get a CISD back down, basically. Good job, effects. Hurdle's giving you a headache. You can mute the stream if it's bothering you, Murmur. Like if you just like right click, you come up with an option. And I'm just waiting for price to give us something. I guess maybe this 1 minute. We have a short now to the downside, but I think it's only a good. We get the CISD. Fantastic. Let's start with Justin Timberlake. Male solo, earlier than 2002, way less popular, not pop, not from the US. Alright, effects. We'll catch you later. This is an IPG, right? On the 1 minute. Why not treat it like that? What do you mean? There's no liquidity sweep. Oh, you're out of the game, true. The inverse to the downside would be an AMD type setup, right? We could treat it like that, but your draw on liquidity is not good. J Balvin? Isn't he like earlier than 2002? Or like later? I guess I'd say that, but like after 2002. Looking for before. Oh, that's also pop? Yeah. Okay, so earlier than 91. Oh, also he's from Puerto Rico. Brian Adams, what is he from the UK? Canada. Okay, so it's rock before 1980. They're more popular. It's a solo. Yeah, we're getting this inverse to the downside. This is pretty V-shaped. Honestly, this would be considered A plus if the draw on liquidity was better, but the best I could rate this right now is probably like a B setup. I mean, mechanically, it's 100% A plus. A plus as it gets. Oh, the 1 minute inverse here. I see what you mean. I would need extra confirmation because you're trying to long, or I mean, you're trying to short against a V shape. So, like, what does Ryan say about that normally, especially when we get like a CISD? Usually, you don't want to fade the V shape, so we need like extra confirmation if we're confirming that this is actually going to be bearish here. That's my thought process. Dude, yeah, that's the place to put the ad. The rock artist earlier than the 80s. What about like David Bowie? Does that count? Oh, it was David Bowie. All right. For example, what will be a good confirmation like for me to enter the trade? If we got the inverse to the downside here with the 3-minute CISD, I'd feel good about shorting maybe the CISD there. I don't even know if I'd feel good about shorting the inverse, but honestly, I'd rather just be bullish. I think when we're at all-time highs, we're just supposed to go up. I mean, this 5-minute alone is so bullish. But yeah, we do have a small 1-minute. I think there's probably a better gap here. No? Yeah, tiny 3-minute. 8-second. We'll see. Yeah, I think ultimately this probably just goes up again. Be surprised. So if we get the 1-minute order block plus the inverse, the downside, maybe that's enough. I think we would want to see every time frame inverse. What would I rate this 1-minute up with the order block? Like setup. You're longing into a bearish gap. You don't really have a great draw on liquidity. You don't have a good break even. But it's a C setup at all-time highs. Basically, I'm just not taking. I'm like being super cautious, guys. Like I'm not gonna take it unless it looks good. And nothing today has looked super good. Other than like the 5-minute V shape, but the stop loss was huge. Yeah, 3 minutes to the downside will form in a minute. Like if I'm thinking about this logically, I'm thinking, okay, we have these unfilled gaps below. Maybe price wants to pull back there before getting along. This looks like a manipulation leg up. I said in order for me to take a trade, I would need to see a manipulation leg. So get the inverse manipulation leg before we hit something like the 15-minute gap here. Might be able to take a short down to it, but wouldn't be for a lot of points. And I think I'd just rather be bullish. We do have liquidity, yeah. We are stacking up LRLR here. I see the vision. Did we get the break? Yeah, we broke the 3-minute. I don't know. I feel like the close isn't convincing enough. 2 minutes still there. 5 minutes still there. The 1-minute, I think, still there too. Oh no, we closed below. So yeah, it's the 2-minute. I'm not convinced. The 4-hour CISD? No. 4 hour is not a CISD. We'd have to close below this. 20. Next 5-minute candle will close in a minute as well as the 2-minute. So we'll have everything kind of aligned now. 4-minute already inverse, 3 inversed. Oh yeah, the momentum here is bad. We'll be in the macro though. This would be, I think, a retrace play. I do not think this would be a reversal play. I think I'll try it. I think I'll try it. How bad's the stop? The stop's pretty bad. 50 points. We'd have to target down to here. Maybe, yeah, probably down to here. Pretty low. Maybe that 5 minute. Did it already go invalid? Dude, what? I mean, hey, we're gonna get the CISD at least. I think. You have the equal lows. Yeah, it's invalid. Dude, like, okay. Yeah. We're gonna tap that 15-minute gap. You should go break even there if you decided to jump in early. There's the break even. That'll probably just be a break even trade. Last 10 trades have been. Because these closes are just so bad. But yeah. I haven't been break even still in this. Where did I enter? I just entered early. It wasn't a valid close. This isn't really a good alert. It's just, I saw us coming down with decent speed, and I saw the LRLR. I saw the Enfield 15. I figured we'd get to there. But yeah, this isn't really like an actual alert. Fortunately, we haven't gotten like a single good play today. Like there's not like a good close that we've gotten. I don't think you can enter just off the 3 minute there. Not with that close that we got. But yeah, just a retrace play, like I said. I don't really know. I think that this might work, but I think that the likelihood that we come back up here is probably high. I do like the CISD though, for sure. Good sign. We have this 1 minute back up. This is interesting, right? Coming back down to run the liquidity and then get the V shape back up. Could be something maybe. Okay, so I just got break even there. Tough. But this could like roll into maybe a long eventually. Or I don't know. If we get this order block to the downside, we'll just continue lower and I just got break even again before the actual move. I don't know. I'm not gonna write it off yet. I mean, I've been saved by break even once this afternoon. Yeah, I'll get saved twice. We do have the macro here. They're like a 30-second. So no confirmation setup again. Pretty big VI there. A 2 point VI. No VI. Okay. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it. Dude, President Barron Trump, bro, I gotta become friends with him, dude. Where's he go? NYU? I'm moving out, dude. I gotta find a way. Let's check 50% back down here. Yeah, still lines up with that 5 minute pretty nicely. You definitely see us getting down to there. Yeah, it really was a terrible break even. Can't get away with it, man. No play today has been easy. There it is. There's the news candle. Dude, I cannot believe that was a top tick break even. That was a nice short. Damn, who took that short? Didn't get break even. I think you have to. I mean, we hit the internal low there. We hit the 15. Okay, nice. Well, hopefully you guys took that. Even if you did take it, you got break even. So did I, so really anything we could have done there. But dang, yeah, bro, that's tough. I think when you got the 5 minute CISD and the inverse of the downside, or sorry, not 5 minute, 3 minute, would have been a good opportunity to cut. Obviously, hindsight though. So drawing liquidity here, if we're gonna break past 50 and get the 5 minute inverse, 5 minute PPR inverse, we're gonna go down to here. So originally. So this is still a possibility. I haven't written that yet. If I'm looking at this, the cleanest manipulation leg. Maybe there's a better one here. -4 lines up. Reading that. Your fill was 957. Wow, really? You got in on the 1 minute, huh? That was a good 1 minute. I guess we should have taken that and considered it, but I don't know. You were shorting into these other gaps, and I guess you could have went break even as soon as we hit the 3 minute. Or the 5, take your poison. Went break even on the 15 minute tab. Oh wow, so you really kind of just waited. Sure. Yeah, well, W play, Jason. That was a good one. Yeah, I think I was convinced that we were gonna come back down here when we got like that fourth trend line tap, and I was like, wait a minute, this is kind of LRLR now. And then we got the CIC, and I was like, okay, this should go down. I didn't get it filled early enough. If we'd gotten filled where I intended, we might have been okay on the break even, but it's still whatever. I should have just entered on the 1 minute. We can't V shape at the top. Yeah, I think right now this is just simply a retrace. I don't think we're getting the full on reverse until we break the 5 minute BPR. That's kind of my condition right now. Any questions about right now? I think right now it's been pretty straightforward. We crashed off news and got our V shape back up. Now we've got our retracement. Haven't quite hit 50. We have a 5 minute gap here. If we inverse the 5 minute back up, I guess that could be a long, but I don't know. I just don't like any kind of draw on liquidity here. I think that's my problem. Like, you're targeting a high that swept at another high, but it's no longer protected because we swept out sell side. But the draw on liquidity itself isn't that good. Like, I think here I just the whole session has basically just been me wanting to wait for more structure to form and to get a high probability draw. And I should have just been focused maybe more on like what was textbook. Obviously, I alerted the 5 minute here plus, but I don't know. I would not have wanted to sit through this job like 30 minutes straight of just slow grind. Even here, like I don't really like this long because we failed to tap that lower 5 minute. We failed to tap 50%. And I don't know, I guess it could be good. I mean, you want to play just like structure here, I guess it's a lot of momentum. No 3 minute. You have a 4 minute gap. It's pretty obvious. 2 minutes. Maybe you just wait for every time frame here and hope that they all inverse at like the similar time, and then you go break even when we get to here. Right? That's the only way you can take this because you don't know if price is going to want to go back down to tap that 5 minute unfilled PPR, grab that low. So with the conflicting draw, you just wait for it. So here you hope that the 3 inverses on at 9 minute time frame, and then the 5 inverses at the next 10 minute, 2 and 4 also in another minute here. Gotta kind of see a lot of things happen properly here in order for this to make sense. And then the idea, I guess, would be to take it back up to the high for 101. How did I determine the manipulation legs? I just picked the most obvious manipulation leg, but here, to me, nothing is obvious. The most obvious manipulation leg is actually this move down, right? This 5 minute. And you'd want to see where price would, come back if we were to hit like -1 and then so on and so forth, right? So for this 5 minute manipulation leg, -1 actually kind of lines up nicely with lunch. So this could make sense. 2 minute closes in seconds. 4 minute also. Let's see. You bought a 650 put. Nice. It's good enough to screenshot. It's good enough to TP. Right? I'm guessing you probably took more contracts than that. And 5 minute inverse in 30 seconds. Or a minute 30. 3 minute you. But yeah, the definition for the manipulation legs I use are the last leg before the up move, or the last leg before the down move. The last leg before the up move here was this 5 minute leg. I'd use that. Obvious last. Here's what I'm gonna do. This could be like a 2 micro funded play. I guess this, like, if I had to consider this like rating wise, this would be an A- setup. Long in discount, but we have no delivery. Sweep, was decent, I guess. But I don't really like the draw on liquidity. So subjectively, this would be an A- setup. I think it's pretty 50-50. If you can get more than 1 hour though out of it, I think it's worth it. 5 minute A-, yeah. And you really want to see every time frame close above, like, to get a really confident setup. We go to that first break even. Like this close right here isn't good. The momentum's kind of dying. Yeah, if you don't get the 5 minute close here, take this 5 minutes. So forget it. That's just that. Isn't the drop protected? This high up here, we closed over it. The 15 minute technically would be protected, yeah. Like I said, not a good draw on liquidity. It would just be A minus. Is the 2 minute to the downside good? Maybe. Assuming we're going to target now 50%, 5 minute. Sure. I guess it's fine. Guys, should we be more short biased here or long biased? We're kind of in a weird spot with order flow, right? It's kind of impossible to tell what is actually our order flow here because we're respecting this 15 minute, right? So higher time frame order flow seems bearish, but we're also respecting bullish lower time frame gaps and we're disrespecting bearish lower time frame gaps. So order flow here is kind of weird. So if order flow is uncertain and we can't really get a bias, probably means we just shouldn't trade. But the volatility is so good, it's like hard not to. You want to take advantage of volatility like this. We're actually getting moves in PM. But there hasn't been like any light bulb like, oh yeah, this is totally gonna work on liquidity. Yeah, exactly. Like all the higher time frame order flow is pointing bearish, but the lower time frame is currently more so leaning bullish. I guess if we were to inverse this 2 minute to the downside, we'd have higher time frame and lower time frame order flow aligned, which maybe we can then have a bearish bias and then target this, right? And we're still in premium of the range. Yeah, and this would be 1.7 R. You just like enter this and go for full TP at the 5 minute. It's really just going to come down to whichever of these lower time frame gaps break, I feel like. Yeah, 40 minutes left on the day now. Macro's about to start in 2. Two-minute short doesn't close below the 1 minute VI. I don't see a 1 minute VI, so I think it'd still be valid. You meant like the 1 minute gap here. Um, it's less, it's lower probability, but it might still work. 5 minute inverse in 30 seconds potentially. 4 minute. Remove that. Any trades today in PM? Um, Not yet. By the way, we got the 5 minute inverse. Maybe I'll just paper the close here. If we get the 2 minute close over. Target PM high. 4 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute still needs to close. I'd still keep this rating the same, probably A minus. Maybe even B plus now because I mean we're getting momentum now though, so that's good. But yeah, there's the close and everything. I'd say this is an A setup. Go break even when we hit. I mean, lower time frame order flow is bullish, so bias is probably bullish. Even though we didn't tag the delivery spot or 50% or anything, I guess it makes sense to go up because sentiment is probably more bullish off the news. Only paper. I mean, I took it on an eval, but yeah, I mean, up to you. Whatever your qualification allows you to take for an A minus setup. If you take A minus setups on singular funded, cool. Singular funded play. If you're willing to take A minus setups on funded, go for it. I think the reason why this is still valid as an A minus setup is because overall I think A minus setups are usually pretty 50-50. And this setup here provides you, I think, better than 1 hour risk. Right? Yeah, almost 2.5 hour risk reward if you have your hard stop at the low here. What I'd do in this scenario. So I think you might be able to take it unfunded if you really wanted to, but yeah, obviously I didn't alert it saying I was taking it unfunded. And once again, it's probably just going to be a break even trade because I don't know, we keep getting stuck at like the first high. We don't really expand through it. But yeah, this isn't bad for a confirmation setup. This is like the first decent confirmation setup we've gotten all day. Even then, with this one, we were long into a 15 minute. I didn't realize we got the 15 minute close there. So this one isn't even that good either. It's like B plus. Yeah, just gonna be a break even. All right, yeah, there we go. A break even trade. Now we have to wait for the 15 minute probably to close above. Because once again, like remember, you know, lower time frame here is technically bullish order flow, but now it's more so neutral because we hit that next gap and we're inside the 15 minute. So if we inverse the lower time frame now to the downside, that would be a bearish order flow on the higher time frame and the lower time frame. If we just continue to pump, obviously through this, we get the OB. This should just go up, but yeah, there's not a single good play here really. What do you guys think about the short now? We got it. Delivery out of the 15 minute gap. Get the inverse on like the 2 year. Go break even here. Sweep, delivery. Draw on liquidity below. Gap slide. I think A setup makes sense. Yeah, I think A is a good rating for that. No 5, 4, 3. So yeah, 2 here. Does anybody have any big plans for the weekend? Buddy, surviving sauna. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Chicago for the weekend, and then I have to do these of the week. Where did I work before trading? I was able to cancel the Airbnb and get my money back. I ended up using points and booking two Hyatt rooms, way cheaper. Booking the Airbnb would have been like 11 to $1,300, depending on where we stayed, and it would not have been nearly as close to all the stuff that we wanted to do. And the hotel was 60K points for the two rooms for the 2 nights, which I'm just gonna divvy up amongst my friends for the cashback values. They give me and it's a $450 a night hotel, which is pretty nice. We're only getting it for 150. So King's Day on Monday. What is that, like President's Day for the UK? Oh, for Denmark. Gotcha. I am doing AM tomorrow. Yep. So you guys will see me one last time this week if you choose to show up to AM, and then obviously tomorrow will be off, and then Saturday obviously I'll be doing. Ryan wants me to go next week to New York, and I've priced it out, and it's not horrible. I found a pretty good hotel that I can use points for, and I can fly in, whatever. But I have responsibilities with you guys, and I'm supposed to stream next Friday. So I already plan on going and seeing him later this year. I don't think I'm going to force myself to go to New York with a week's notice. Especially since my girlfriend has next weekend off. I'd like to spend time with her since I won't be able to this weekend. No, exactly, Sokoban, yeah. When I think of King, I think of the UK. So that's the only reason I said that. But yeah, the Netherlands is also another. I thought you guys had like prime ministers. Okay, so it's the same as the UK. I got you. Yeah, in the US we do things differently. We started out with having, democracy, power led by the people, but recently that's became more ceremonial and we kind of have like a king slash monarchy slash oligarchy. Well, yeah, I don't know what to do now. Obviously, there's not going to be much we can do. No, 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 not Trump. I'm talking about like there's just. Oh, is this a Pagani? Pagani, the Wyra? Oh, it's the only option I have. All right, like 2008 maybe 2014. Yeah. Is this an Acura? Olds? Wow, what a game. Cadillac? Oh, this is a Diablo, right? Or is this just a Countach? This is just a Countach. Like the red threw me off. Diablo. Uh, oh, not cartoon, bro. See, this is what I thought it was at first. Which, like, can you really blame me? It's pretty damn similar, you know? Wasn't this like the first picture I had? Like, bro, it's like the same car. Yeah, the wheel arch, it's not a circular, sure. And yeah, the windows. I wasn't really paying attention. I was just focused like here. It's super close. It's like almost the same car. Not even. All right, fair enough. To okay, yes. To a car guy, no, they're not the same car. But for on a glance, like if you just looked at it for 2 seconds, maybe I'm just coping. I corrected. I corrected. I said Kuntosh. Nobody else said Kuntosh. Actually, wait, you did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, I know, I know. Nah, give me a hard time. I think the thing there is why they're so similar is because the Diablo we looked at was in 1991 and the Kuntosh was in 89. Only 2 years difference. Like an example of a car that does not look that similar is like a 2018 Mustang and like the new ones that just came out, like the 2026 is like those cars look pretty similar. I think these cars actually look better. I don't know what version it's called, but I think the previous gen Mustangs look better than the current gen. Might be breaking down now. Okay, focused. Yeah, we have the 2 minutes still. We're rejecting from minute gap. No, where are we rejecting from? I guess that gap above the 2 minute there that held. Okay, we have to wait a minute before this closes. Or you can just take like the death candle close here, I guess. I would probably wait for both, but this is a lot of momentum, so what I'll do is I'll just enter paper. At least I thought I entered. Okay, so yeah, entered there. Stop loss. Break even now. Okay, wow. Wow, wow, wow. TP at the 5 minutes still. Like I said, this was an A setup, right? The 1 minute gave it to us there. Not time, but yeah. Thanks for the shout there, Jason. We'll see if this is a break even trade. This the risk on this play was 40-ish points. So yeah, I mean, if you hold it to the low, you can scale actually at the low, and then you can go for the 5 minute if you're in multiple contracts. Yeah, it's not a break even. I want to see this 1 minute gap break. 2 minute broke. Obviously, it was invalid. What I've noticed is like when we start to get momentum like that, we just have to enter because we're not going to get the entry. Gonna go without us. 15 seconds. How many of you guys are in this? I like it because there was no roadblock between the break even and this. Half size? Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think when you have that much momentum, that like death candle, you can just kind of enter on the close there because it's an A setup and it's not lower than that. Before, when we were entering on these like B setups, A minus, whatever, like you had to wait, but I didn't get that explanation out in time because we were doing whatever. I'm gonna add Jason on paper when we close through this. I'll also I'm not gonna add on my eval, but for fun. If I can scale at the low and then so take it to the 5 minute. The idea here is still targeting 50%, still targeting that 5 minute PPR left unbalanced. Main reason why is because when we get this inverse here, order flow on both the lower time frame and higher time frame align. which gives us a clear bias and a clear draw, which we can then target 5 minutes. So on. But yeah, if the 1 minute doesn't break here, I guess this goes down. Might not get breaky. How am I not break even? Dude, trading view is this doesn't fill. It wicked past my stop loss. Technically not a break even trade though. Never came back to the close of that candle. We close through the inverse here and get the order block. They have a lot of conviction. Go to the 5 minute. What about this free trade? Oh, like if we close to the 1 minute, I would just have your stop loss here. We shouldn't come back to this high if we're really bearish, because we'd have to break the order block in order to come back to this high if we were to get it. So yeah, I think that could work. Idea. Still 1R, but we can have a sweep. Oh, you're saying like we can come back up and sweep out the high? I don't think so, because we shouldn't come back to efficiently traded price action. When we balance these inefficiencies, this becomes efficiently traded, and then we have an order block that creates this entire area in price as efficiently traded. Okay, so this whole price level. So we shouldn't have to come through that to resweep a high if it's already balanced the gap. But obviously we're just coming back now, so this will be like obviously our entry if we were to get it now. We want to make sure that it doesn't go too far, because if it comes to like back to midnight now, it's negative R. Want to get a good close too. Every single trade was just a break even today. There's no follow through. If this closes, will I take it or no? Yeah, I'll try it. No, Julio, yeah, don't worry about it, bro. Got it. 30-second also. Yeah, we want to probably close through both, which we will because the 30-second lines up at the same price level as the 1 minute. So when we close through the 1 minute, we'll close through the 30-second at the same time. Yeah, now we have delivery from the 5 minute. Yeah, this is fine. This is not good momentum though, but it's still fine. Yeah, exactly, Jason. We got 18 seconds before this 1 minute closes. Well, there was no inverse. Sorry, I was texting Ryan right now. Wait, really? Oh god, bro, that was 350. That's so tough. Yep, that's it. All right, guys, thanks for sticking it through with me. I know this week is very difficult, and you know, I kind of explained it a few weeks ago where we were getting good price action. But PM is very cyclical, right? We have good weeks, we have bad weeks. This one wasn't a good week, obviously, and we'll just have to wait until we get another good week again because that's all we can do. And the goal is we find the opportunity during the good weeks to make our whole month so that we can, outlast the bad week kind of thing. And instead of trying to force every single trade through the bad weeks and get ourselves caught up and lose our funded accounts, we just chill. Because the last thing you want to do is blow your funded accounts during the bad weeks and not be able to take advantage of the good weeks, right? So, that note, catch y'all tomorrow, hopefully, for AM. You'll be there. If not, I'll see y'all next week. Have a safe, good weekend. Peace out, everyone.